What really happened? The story behind the Iran conflict. This story doesn't start with missiles. It doesn't even start in 2020. It starts decades earlier with a decision that changed how an entire country saw the United States. The beginning most people never hear about. In the 1950s, Iran had a democratically elected leader, Mohammad Mossadegh. He made a bold move. He took control of Iran's oil from foreign companies. To many Iranians, this was independence. To the West, it was a threat. In 1953, the Central Intelligence Agency helped remove him from power and restore a ruler friendly to U.S. interests. That moment planted something deep, a belief inside Iran that the U.S. interferes in its future. 1979, everything breaks. Years later, that frustration exploded. 1979, everything breaks. Years later, that frustration exploded. The Iranian people overthrew their government and brought in a new leader, Ruhollah Khomeini. Then came the moment that changed everything. Iranian students stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding American hostages for over a year. From that point on, the relationship wasn't just tense, it was broken. The U.S. saw Iran as hostile. Iran saw the U.S. as an enemy. The U.S. saw Iran as hostile. Iran saw the U.S. as an enemy. A conflict without a battlefield. For decades, the two countries didn't fight each other directly. Instead, they fought in the shadows. Iran expanded its influence across the Middle East, supporting groups in places like Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon. The U.S. pushed back with sanctions, military presence, and alliances. It became a quiet, ongoing conflict. Not a war you could point to, but one that never really stopped. Then things escalated. By 2019, tensions were rising again. Rocket attacks began hitting bases in Iraq where U.S. forces were present. But here's where things get complicated. The U.S. never publicly released full proof. The group accused denied responsibility. Even Iraqi officials said they couldn't confirm it. So while the attack itself was real, who was truly behind it remained unclear to the public. The breaking point. Soon after, protesters surrounded the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. To U.S. leaders, this wasn't just a protest. It looked like a warning sign of something bigger coming. Then came the decision. On January 3, 2020, under orders from Donald Trump, inside that convoy was one of the most powerful figures in Iran, Qasem Soleimani. Why him? Soleimani wasn't just a general. He was the man responsible for Iran's operations across the Middle East. To Iran, he was a national hero. To the United States, he was seen as someone behind years of attacks against U.S. interests. The U.S. said he was planning imminent attacks. The strike was meant to stop them before they happened. But again, the detailed evidence behind that claim was never fully shown publicly. What happened next? Iran responded with missile strikes on U.S. bases. For a moment, the world held its breath. This wasn't about one attack. It wasn't about one decision. It was the result of decades of distrust, foreign interference, power struggles across the Middle East, and actions taken on both sides. The question that still remains, was this strike an act of defense, or the moment things went too far? That depends on who you ask. The reality, what happened wasn't sudden. It was history catching up.